The Teal Mask DLC is here. In addition to the new Pokemon added in the DLC, there are a ton of returning Pokemon, including 4 returning legendary Pokemon that are ready to make waves in Tera raids. Welcome back to another Dan Squared video, you Danimals. We've been loving our time in Kitakami, especially enjoying some Ogre Oustin. But now we're ready to turn our attention towards 5 and 6 star Tera raid builds for the new and returning Pokemon. We're starting with the returning legendaries because we think they have the potential to be game changers in Tera raids. Let's get right into the builds. Here's a high level look at our Tera raid builds for the 4 returning Sinnoh legendaries. I'm especially excited for this one right here, but let's get into each of these builds. Here's our Shaymin build for taking on 5 and 6 star Tera raids. We went with Skyform Shaymin for the increased special attack and speed and the ability Serene Grace. Our build has max special attack EVs, max HP EVs, and we put the last 4 into special defense. It has a modest nature to further boost its special attack while lowering its attack because we're only using special attacking moves. The ability Serene Grace doubles the likelihood of the additional effects of moves. This is especially powerful paired with Shaymin's signature move Seed Flare. Seed Flare normally has a 40% chance to lower the target's special defense by 2 stages. Thanks to Serene Grace, that is up to 80%. This is going to cause the damage to add up fast. Even with the PP max, Seed Flare only has 8 uses, so we're going to bring in a secondary attacking move. We chose Giga Drain for some good damage and additional recovery. This build uses Growth to raise its attack and special attack to power up Seed Flare. Growth is especially effective next to a teammate that can set Harsh Sunlight. Harsh Sunlight makes Growth raise a Pokemon's attack and special attack by 2 stages instead of 1. We use Sweet Scent to lower the target's evasiveness because Seed Flare only has an accuracy of 85. A great raiding partner for Shaymin would be Dipplin. It gets the ability Super Sweet Syrup, which when it enters the field, it lowers the target's evasiveness by 1, and it gets Sunny Day to set Harsh Sunlight. This build absolutely shreds any Tera raid that's weak to grass and has low special defense. To best use Shaymin, start with some Sweet Scents, mix in some Gross, and then start swinging with Seed Flare and lower the target's special defense for compounding huge damage. Next up is another legend from Sinnoh, and that is Darkrai. Our build has max special attack EVs and max HP EVs. Our Darkrai also has a modest nature to further boost its special attacking power while lowering its attack. Unfortunately, the ability Bad Dreams does not work in Tera raids. We were hoping to pull some sleep shenanigans in Tera raids with Dark Void to keep the raid Pokemon asleep, Bad Dreams to damage them, and some Dream Eater, but unfortunately, even with Dark Void, the raid Pokemon only stays asleep for 1 turn. Even without sleep, Darkrai is still a really strong special attacker for Tera raids. Dark Pulse is this build's main attacking move. We have Nasty Plot to power up Dark Pulse. Darkrai uses Snarl to charge its Tera Orb while lowering the raid Pokemon's special attack by 1 stage. Our build uses Double Team to increase its survivability. We can't get knocked out and we don't get hit. This build also uses the Shell Bell for some recovery. Darkrai is an outstanding choice for any Tera raid that's weak to Dark that has low special defense. Bonus points if it's a special attacking Pokemon because we can weaken its damage output with Snarl. To best use Darkrai in Tera raids, lead off with some Double Team so it won't get hit, then power up with Nasty Plot, Snarl until you charge your Tera Orb, then Terrastalize and swing for huge damage with Dark Pulse. Up next, an often overlooked legendary, Phione. Fun Phione fact, Phione is the only Pokemon that is acquired by breeding a mythical Pokemon, Manaphy. This build has max HP EVs, max special defense EVs, and we put the final 4 into defense. This build has a calm nature to increase its special defense while lowering its attack. We chose this because we won't be using any physical attacking moves, but we will be using moves that lower the target's attack so we don't have to worry about our defense as much. Phione has the helpful ability Hydration. At the end of the turn if it's raining, Phione is cleared of any status conditions. Our Phione is a support build with 2 goals in mind, lowering the target's attack and powering up our allied water Pokemon. We use Charm while the raid Pokemon shield is not up to lower its attack by 2 stages. While its shield is up, we can lower the raid Pokemon's attack by 1 stage with Chilling Water. We use Rain Dance to set the raining weather condition to power up the water type attacks of Phione and its allies by 50%. We can use Helping Hand to give our allies another 50% damage increase. Our Phione uses the leftovers held item for some recovery. This build is useful against any physical attacking Tera raid. It's especially powerful when paired with water type attacking allies like Azumarill or Poliwrath. Next up is the Pokemon that Phione hatches from. It's Manaphy. We saved the best build on this list for last. Our Manaphy build has max HP EVs, max special defense EVs, and we put the final 4 into defense. Our Manaphy also has a calm nature to further boost its special defense while lowering its attack. We're only going to be using a special attacking move. Plus, we're able to boost our defense with Acid Armor and lower the raid Pokemon's attack with Chilling Water, so we want to buff up our special defense to make our Manaphy extra tanky. Manaphy is such a great Pokemon because it gets 3 signature moves. In this build, we're using 2 of them. Its first signature move is Tail Glow. Tail Glow raises the user's special attack by 3 stages every single use. Heart Swap allows Manaphy to switch stat changes with its target. We're going to use that to buff up our allies. After Manaphy uses Tail Glow just twice, we can use Heart Swap to give one of our allies +6 special attack. We can also give our allies boosted defense thanks to Acid Armor. Acid Armor also increases our own physical bulk. Chilling Water lowers the raid Pokemon's attack by 1 stage, and thanks to Tail Glow, once we're terrestrialized, we're gonna hit for a lot of damage with Chilling Water. I'm in particular really excited to pair Manaphy with a Simple Beam user like Golduck or Grumpig. The ability Simple doubles the effect of stat changing moves. If Manaphy gets the ability Simple, it can raise its special attack by 6 stages in just 1 turn. Pair that with Heart Swap, and in just 6 turns, Manaphy can give all 3 of its allies +6 special attack. Manaphy is a great mixed support Pokemon that can sneakily do a solid amount of damage. It's best used when paired with special attacking Pokemon. Manaphy does all the work buffing their special attack, so its allies can focus on debuffing the raid Pokemon. I think this build has the most potential out of any on the list. Now let's take a look at the step-by-step process for building this Manaphy. You can catch Manaphy in Pokemon Legends Arceus, but you may already have one from the Mystery Gift distribution in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. The first step is to get your Manaphy to level 100 using experience candies. Next, we can use vitamins or Mochi to EV train our Pokemon. Mochi, just like vitamins, give your Pokemon 10 EVs in a single stat. If your Manaphy already has some EVs from prior use a fresh start Mochi on your Manaphy. If you need help getting Mochi, make sure to tune into one of our Ogre Ousting streams and check out our Ogre Ousting guide for more help. Give Manaphy 25 health Mochi and 25 clever Mochi. Next, go up to Feathers. Feathers give your Pokemon 1 EV in a stat. Give Manaphy 2 health feathers to hit 252 health EVs right on the dot. And 2 clever feathers to hit 252 special defense EVs. You can give your Manaphy 4 resist feathers or 1 resist Mochi for the final 4 defense EVs. While we're in the bag, let's optimize Manaphy's nature. Give Manaphy 1 Calm Mint. You can buy this from Chansey Supply Co. if you don't have any. Next, let's head to Montanevera to IV train Manaphy. Max out all of Manaphy's IVs except for attack. We will not be needing that. Now head to the Pokemon Center to take care of Manaphy's moves. Chilling Water is the only move we have to craft for this build. It's going to take 3 Psyduck down and 3 Surskit Syrup. Manaphy learns his other 3 moves from going to Summary, scroll over 1, change moves, and remember moves. Head over to the Delibird Presence in Cascarapa City. Purchase 1 leftovers. Give your freshly bought used apple to your Manaphy, and now you have a Tera Raid ready Manaphy. We don't have to change Manaphy's Tera type. The build is complete and ready to go. Let us know in the comments if you try any of these builds out or how you are building these 4 Pokemon for Tera Raids. If you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like, leaving a comment, or using Tail Glow on that subscribe button for more Dan Squared. Thanks for watching.